Welcome, dear one. Right now, you are here, listening, because something in your heart is ready, ready to soften, ready to breathe, ready to let go. I want you to know that this is a safe moment for you. You don't have to push yourself or rush yourself. You can simply allow my words to wrap around you like a warm blanket. You can simply allow yourself to rest for a while in this space of love and acceptance. Whatever you are carrying, whatever you have been holding close, whether it's a memory, a hurt, a disappointment, it's okay to admit that it has been heavy. It's okay to feel tired from it. There is no judgment here, only kindness. And you are not wrong for holding on as long as you have. Sometimes we hold on because we think it is protecting us. Sometimes we hold on because we are afraid to know what it feels like without the weight. But you are here now, and that means something inside you knows. It's time to explore the beauty and freedom of letting go. When we hold on to pain, it can feel as if we are keeping ourselves safe from being hurt again. We clutch at memories and thoughts like they are anchors, hoping they will stop us from drifting too far from what we know. Yet in doing so, we forget that anchors do not only keep us safe, they also keep us from moving forward. Think for a moment about the times you have felt the same emotions repeat themselves over and over. Those days when the same thoughts circle in your mind like clouds that never break. That is what holding on can do. It traps us in a loop where each day feels like a quiet replay of the last. And our bodies, our beautiful, miraculous bodies, respond to this by becoming tense, tired, and even unwell. Shoulders rise toward the ears. The chest feels tight. The breath becomes shallow. It is not just in the mind, it is in the muscles, in the heartbeat, in the way we walk through the day. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is not pretending something never happened. Letting go is allowing ourselves to stop replaying the old story over and over. It is creating space for something new to grow. Think of it like holding a stone in your hand. At first, it might feel small, manageable, maybe even necessary. But over time, your fingers cramp, your hand aches, your arm grows weary. And still, you hold it because you think you must. Then one day, you realize you can set it down. Your hand opens, your muscles relax, the ache eases. That is the gift of release. It frees not only the mind, but also the body. It is natural for letting go to feel strange, even uncomfortable at first. We often keep our pain close because it has been with us for so long that it feels like part of who we are. If you have carried something for years, it can seem like a thread woven into your being. The thought of removing it can feel like losing a part of yourself. But here is a truth that is so important. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are the love, the light, the breath that exists beneath it. The pain is something you have experienced, not something you are. And when you let it go, you are not losing. You are revealing. You are uncovering the part of yourself that has been waiting patiently to shine again. Sometimes we resist letting go because we fear the emptiness that might come after. We imagine a vast, quiet space where the familiar noise has gone. And that space can feel uncertain. But emptiness is not something to fear. It is something to welcome. It is like clearing a room so that the sunlight can stream in and new treasures can be placed inside. What you release creates room for joy, for peace, for experiences that can nourish your spirit in ways the old pain never could. I know it is tempting to think, but if I let go, I might be vulnerable again. I might be hurt again. And yes, life will always carry its risks. But there is a difference between protecting yourself wisely and locking yourself away so tightly that no love, no kindness, no new light can enter. When you let go, you are not opening the door to more pain. You are opening it to more life. You are saying, I trust myself enough to live without carrying this burden anymore. And trust is a beautiful, healing thing. Let us look at the fear of the unknown more closely. The mind often tells stories about what might happen if we release control. It whispers that without the old patterns, we might lose our place in the world. But control is not the same as stability. True stability comes from the peace we build inside ourselves. It comes from knowing that no matter what happens, we have the inner strength to meet it with grace. Holding on might feel like control, but it is often just a form of resistance, a resistance that keeps us stuck where we are, even when our soul longs to grow. So today, let us consider the possibility that you are safe to release. You are safe to open your hand and set down the stone. You are safe to breathe deeply and allow the past to soften in your memory. You do not have to know exactly what comes next. You only need to know that it will be lighter than what came before. You will still be you, only freer, clearer, more open to life's beauty. The journey of letting go begins with a simple willingness, not a demand, not a force, just a willingness. A whisper inside that says, I am ready to feel lighter. And when you hold that willingness gently in your heart, you begin to notice little shifts. The shoulders ease, the breath deepens, the mind begins to rest. This is your inner self saying, thank you. Thank you for choosing release. And perhaps, as you listen, you can hear a new thought forming. I am allowed to let go. This thought is not a command. It is a permission slip. It is a reminder that your heart, your body, your spirit all long to feel the ease that comes from release. You are not bound to carry anything that hurts you. You have the power to choose what stays in your mind, in your energy, and what leaves. You are the loving caretaker of your own inner space. Let the words wash over you softly. I am allowed to let go. I am free to set down the burdens I have carried. I can choose peace. Speak them quietly inside yourself. Feel how they land in your body. Maybe there is a gentle exhale, a sense of something loosening. That is the beginning. That is the doorway. And you, dear one, are standing right at it. There is such beauty in what happens when the heart finally understands that it can release without losing anything essential. There is such peace in the quiet moment where you choose to open instead of hold tight. Yet for many, the step toward release feels like the most difficult one to take. It's not because we don't want peace. It's because the pain we carry has in some way become familiar. And the familiar can feel like comfort even when it hurts. We tell ourselves that holding on keeps us safe, that replaying what happened will somehow help us make sense of it. But what really happens is that the mind builds walls around the wound, and those walls can grow so high we forget there is a whole wide, open world beyond them. Sometimes the fear isn't even about the hurt itself, it's about who we believe we will be without it. There are moments when we attach so deeply to our stories, our disappointments, or our old versions of ourselves that we begin to see them as our identity. Letting them go can feel like stepping into a space with no map, no labels, no certainty. And yet, this is where true freedom waits. Freedom does not come from clinging. It comes from trusting the gentle voice inside that says, "You are more than this. You have always been more than this." It is the courage to believe that without the heaviness, you will not be less, you will be more. You will stand lighter, clearer, and more aligned with the life you are meant to live. Think of a river that has been blocked by stones for a long time. The water still flows, but it's slow, shallow, and uneven. The moment the stones are lifted away, even one by one, the current strengthens, the water moves freely, and life begins to return along its banks. This is what happens inside when you begin to release. Your inner flow returns, Energy that was trapped in repeating the same emotions over and over is now free to nourish new dreams, new joy, new peace. That is the natural rhythm of the heart when it's not weighed down. It wants to flow forward. When you imagine the feeling of release, it's not a harsh or sudden act. It's not throwing something away or cutting something out without care. It's more like watching leaves fall from a tree in autumn. They have served their purpose. They have given shade and beauty, and now they drift away, making space for the fresh green that will one day grow. There is no anger in the release, only trust in the cycles of life. Trust that something just as beautiful, or even more so, will come again in its time. And in this trust, something else unfolds, the gift of emotional lightness. When you are no longer holding on to the weight of old wounds, you discover a softness within yourself. Smiles come easier. Your steps feel lighter. You begin to notice moments of beauty that were hidden by the heaviness. Sunlight dancing on a wall, the warmth of a cup in your hands, the comfort of your own steady breath. Letting go creates space for these moments to reach you fully without the shadows of yesterday dimming them. This space of lightness is where clarity lives. Without the constant noise of old pain, your mind can finally listen to the quiet wisdom within. Answers that once seemed impossible to find begin to surface. You start to feel a deeper sense of connection, not only to yourself, but to life itself. It is as if the air is fresher, the colors brighter, and the possibilities endless. That clarity is a gentle guide, showing you where to place your attention, where to pour your love, and where to rest your energy. But for that clarity to grow, your inner self needs to feel safe. Safety is the ground in which release takes root. Without it, the heart will cling tightly, not out of stubbornness, but out of self-protection. This is why we begin with small steps that create inner trust. The first step might be as simple as sitting quietly, placing a hand over the heart, and telling yourself, I am here for you. I will take care of you. Words like these, spoken with sincerity, are powerful. They remind your inner self that it is supported, that it can relax its grip. You might also find comfort in creating small rituals that soothe your spirit. Lighting a candle, taking slow breaths, wrapping yourself in a soft blanket. These simple actions send messages of safety to the body and mind. They say, it's okay now. You are not in danger here. In that safety, the heart starts to loosen its hold, just a little. And each time you feel this loosening, you build more trust with yourself. You begin to understand that letting go doesn't mean abandoning yourself. It means loving yourself enough to give yourself peace. Self-compassion is the foundation of every release. It is the gentle hand that guides you when the old fears whisper, don't let go. Compassion says, it's okay. I know it's hard, and I believe you can do this. It invites you to soften toward your own pain instead of fighting it. And when you soften, the walls begin to crumble on their own. You don't have to push or force. You only have to keep showing up with love for yourself, again and again. And as you do, something remarkable happens. You begin to create room inside. Room for joy, for lightness, for the beauty of new beginnings. You begin to feel the truth that has been waiting for you all along. You are allowed to be free. You are allowed to set down what no longer serves you. You are allowed to open your hands and let the river of your life flow forward, carrying you gently into what comes next. There is a certain tenderness that comes with discovering the ways we can actively release what we've been holding. Letting go doesn't just happen in the mind. It happens in the body, in the breath, and in the way we choose to spend our moments. When we begin to see that we can take loving, practical steps toward freedom, the process feels less like an idea and more like a living truth. This is where we gently turn toward practices that help the heart loosen its grip. One beautiful way to invite release is to stand before a mirror and look softly into your own eyes. Not with criticism or judgment, but with the same gentleness you would offer a dear friend. You can speak words like, "I am ready to let go of what no longer supports my joy. I am willing to step into peace." At first, your voice may feel unsure. You may not believe every word yet. That is okay. The act of speaking them plants a seed, and with each repetition, the seed grows. Mirror work is a way of telling yourself, "I see you, I hear you, I am here for you as you release." Another tender practice is journaling, not to analyze endlessly, but to give the thoughts and feelings a safe place to land. You might write down what you are ready to let go of, allowing the page to hold the burden for you. When the words are written, you may even choose to tear the page or fold it gently and set it aside as a symbol of release. This doesn't erase the past, it honors it while giving yourself permission to step forward without carrying its weight every day. And then there is the power of visualization. This is where you allow your imagination to guide your healing. You might close your eyes and picture any cords, chains, or weights that connect you to what you wish to release. Imagine them dissolving in the light, gently untangling until there is nothing left but your own radiant self, free and whole. Feel the space that opens within you as those ties dissolve. Let your breath expand into that space. That breath is life, and it is yours to claim. When words are spoken with love, they shape our inner world. Affirmations are not magic spells. They are gentle reminders of the truth we choose to embrace. A simple phrase like, "I lovingly release the past and welcome peace into my life," carries power when spoken with sincerity. These words are most potent when repeated in moments of stillness, in the morning before the day begins, at night before sleep, or any time you feel the old weight pressing on you again. With each repetition, you are teaching your mind to see a new possibility. You are replacing the language of fear with the language of freedom. As these thoughts settle, the body begins to respond. The shoulders soften, the jaw relaxes, the breath flows more easily. This is the deep connection between mind and body. What you think shapes how you feel, and how you feel shapes the health of your body. Thoughts of release bring relaxation. Relaxation brings healing. It is like a gentle wave washing over you, loosening the tension that has been locked away for years. When you let go in your thoughts, you are also giving your body permission to rest and recover. With each release, even the smallest ones, you create space. Space for joy to enter, space for love to grow, space for new opportunities to find you. Life has a way of filling the space you create, and when that space is open and welcoming, what arrives is often more beautiful than you could have imagined. Letting go is not an ending. It is the clearing of a path so that something new can reach you. Just as a garden thrives when the weeds are pulled away, your inner life flourishes when you clear the clutter of the past. And as you open to the new, you begin to notice that life feels different. There is more ease in your days. You laugh more often. You wake with a sense of lightness, even if the challenges have not all vanished. This is because the heaviness is no longer running your life. You have taken your power back by choosing what you carry and what you release. This choice is an act of self-love, and self-love always leads to more life. The beauty of this journey is that it is not rushed. Some things you will release quickly, others will leave you little by little, and that is perfectly fine. Letting go is not a race, it is a relationship with yourself, one that deepens over time. Each act of release, no matter how small, strengthens your trust in yourself. And with that trust comes a deeper peace, a peace that no one can take from you. So, dear one, know this. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to set down the stones one at a time until your hands are open and your heart is free. You are allowed to live without the constant weight of what has been, and you are allowed to welcome in the beauty, the love, the light that has been waiting for you all along. Let these words rest in your heart. I set myself free with love. I welcome peace. I am safe to let go. Speak them softly now and let them guide you forward. The past has shaped you, but it does not have to define you. Your future is open, and your present is yours to cherish. And with each breath, each choice, you step more fully into the freedom that is your birthright. Thoughts are like gentle hands that can either soothe or stir the waters of the mind. When fear has been speaking loudly, the mind may be filled with what-ifs and imagined dangers. But we have the power to choose thoughts that soften the heart instead of tightening it. Choosing thoughts that soothe is not about ignoring difficulties. It is about giving ourselves the stability to meet them with grace. The mind listens to every word we speak inside, and when it hears kindness, it begins to believe in comfort. It is as though each loving thought is a warm ray of sunlight melting away the frost of anxiety. There is a beautiful truth in knowing that even one gentle thought can change how the whole body feels. When the mind whispers, "I am safe, all is well," the breath slows down, the chest loosens, and the heart rests a little easier. These words are like keys that open the door to peace. They work best when repeated often, as naturally as breathing. Just as water smooths the edges of a stone over time, kind thoughts smooth the edges of fear. It is not about forcing belief in a single moment. It is about allowing the belief to grow day by day until it feels as natural as the rising of the sun. A lovely way to begin is to choose one or two short phrases that feel comforting and repeat them throughout the day. They might be as simple as, "It is safe for me to relax," or "I am protected by love." The beauty of these phrases is that they are not demands. They are gentle invitations to the mind and body. With each repetition, they plant seeds of safety, and those seeds grow in the quiet soil of the heart. Over time, the body begins to respond before the mind even finishes the words. This is the quiet power of choosing thoughts that soothe. The more we practice, the more they become the mind's natural language. Breath is one of the simplest and most profound ways to return to a feeling of safety. It is always with us, always ready to guide us back to the present moment. When fear or tension begins to rise, focusing on the breath is like taking the hand of a dear friend who knows the way home. Inhale slowly, letting the air fill the belly, and exhale gently, releasing the weight of what has been carried. The breath becomes a bridge between the mind and the body, a reminder that safety can be found in the here and now. As the air flows in, imagine it carrying peace, light, and warmth to every part of the body. As it flows out, imagine it carrying away the heaviness, the worry, the small knots of tension that have been hiding in the muscles. Breathing this way sends a message to the body. You can rest now. It tells the heart. You are held and protected, and it tells the mind. There is nothing you need to guard against in this moment. The more this is practiced, the more the body learns that it is safe to let go. To deepen this, the breath can be paired with affirmations. Inhale with the words, "I am safe." Exhale with the words, "I release all fear." Inhale, "I am held in peace." Exhale, "I let go of tension." These quiet rhythms create a natural harmony inside. The body and mind begin to move together instead of against each other. With practice, even just a few breaths can shift the entire state of being. It becomes a tool to return to safety again and again, no matter what is happening outside. Sometimes, even when the present moment is calm, The body carries memories of times when it was not safe. These moments can live quietly under the surface, influencing how we feel today. They may appear as sudden tightness in the stomach, a rush of unease, or an urge to be constantly alert. This is the body's way of saying it remembers. But the beautiful truth is that the body can also learn to release these old echoes of fear. It does not happen all at once, but with patience, kindness, and steady reminders, the body can learn to trust the present. One gentle way to begin releasing the past from the body is through awareness. Without judgment, notice where the body feels tense. Perhaps the shoulders are lifted, the jaw is tight, or the breath is shallow. Place a hand over that area and silently say, "It's safe now, you can relax." Feel the warmth of the hand as a signal of comfort, letting that part of the body know it no longer needs to be on guard. This is not about pushing the memory away, but about letting the body know the danger is over. Another helpful step is to imagine the old tension as a shadow being warmed by sunlight. The light is love, the shadow is fear. The light doesn't force the shadow away. It simply shines until the shadow fades on its own. This is the natural process of healing. It's about allowing love to stay present long enough for fear to realize it's no longer needed. As these moments of release happen, the body begins to feel lighter, the heart beats with more ease, and the breath moves more freely. In these quiet moments, the body learns something important. The past is not the present. Right now, there is safety. Right now, there is peace. Right now, there is love. Speaking these truths often helps the body remember them even when old fears try to return. With every repetition, they become part of the body's new memory. It is like teaching a child that they are cared for and protected. The more they hear it, the more they believe it, and the more they relax into trust.